Optimus Prime lives! It's true. Our leader is back.
And this time, no force in the universe can stop me.
Greetings, Transformers fans. This one's been a long time coming. It's Patreon Special Missions time, and this one comes from the star of many of my commentaries and recent Antique Mall walkthroughs, Eric.
Who? Tell me.
He's big and red and blue all over. I'll give you one guess.
It's Optimus Prime!
Bingo! Well, sort of. Optimus is known as Convoy in Japan, and this is the final G1 incarnation of him, the Japanese exclusive Star Convoy. But you can call him Optimus. And a big thanks to Adam Hurt for hooking me up with this stellar sentient being once again. Selling my first one years ago was one of my biggest collecting regrets. Is this just a dream that he's back in the 80s toy museum?
No, this is real. I'm back, and now so are you.
Well, I haven't really gone anywhere, but anyways. The tale of Star Convoy's resurrection is told in the pages of the Battlestars comic and story pages.
Tell me all that has happened.
They were released in a TV magazine called TV Magazine from February 1991 to January 92. Since Star Convoy was never animated, apart from the little clips you'll see in this video thanks to anime-style art by Darkened Lord 91 that I've animated with backgrounds and moving mouthplate, this is the only place to find out the story behind how Prime was resurrected. Again. The story, written by Masumi Kaneda.
Tetsuo!
Kaneda!
Tetsuo!
Kaneda!
Tetsuo! Kaneda!
And illustrated by Ban Magami, picks up after the events of Zone, another Japanese continuation of G1. The Battlestars consist of Sky Gary, Grandus, Six-Liner, and Star Convoy, and are considered the elite of the Autobot ranks at this point in history.
Optimus! How is it possible that you live?
This time it's thanks to something called the Zodiac.
ゾディアックだ。
ゾディアック？
宇宙創造の力を持った謎のエネルギー。
A mystical energy that debuted in the previous series Zone, which is so powerful, it created the whole universe. It kind of looks like the Matrix without the shell.
Without the matrix of leadership, I no longer possess the accumulated wisdom of our ancient leaders.
Well, the Zodiac Orb is no chopped liver, and luckily it also fits in Prime's chest, placed there by Sky Gary to bring him back to life. Again. What was it like coming back from the dead a third time? Where's that fourth?
Darkness, cold, then light.
Much like how the Matrix powered up Hot Rod into Rodimus Prime, the Zodiac energy powers regular old Convoy into Star Convoy.
It's the mission that's important now.
Yes, let's take a look at the Takara 2005 reissue, which is identical to the original except for some silver paint apps instead of white, and gold chrome on the chest instead of yellow. During the final days of G1 in North America, Micromasters were the gimmick du jour, so Star Convoy, like his Battlestar buddies Grandus and Sky Gary, is a Micromaster base in addition to being a space truck and robot. And the three can combine to form a giant Micromaster base. Oxymoronplex, which is what this piece is for, to connect Star Convoy to one of his other Battlestars. But you can put your FOMO and completionism in low gear. You're not missing anything if you don't have the other two. Star Convoy is a handful all on his own. I'd say it's the equivalent of being able to add aerial bots or Stunticons on a Metroplex or Trypticon. Neat trick, but hardly vital. The reissue set included a Takara trading card with Star Convoy box art, instructions, and a sticker sheet. Let's start with Space Truck Mode. Years ago, during the first time I had him, I felt like the front red cab part was too small compared to previous versions of Prime's Truck Mode. At the time, I didn't realize just how integrated he was in the Micromaster line, and now I think this has a whole different charm. It's like a Titan-sized Micromaster truck hauling a space trailer. What? But the best thing about the vehicle mode is that he's the very first Optimus Prime that can roll for it on his own.
Autobots, transform and roll out!
And it's completely unnecessary for Optimus Prime, but he can roll in reverse too. Optimus never retreats.
Full speed ahead!
When he's rolling, the smaller gun, which is mounted on the top of the back of the trailer, spins around. And a look at how he measures up to his two previous G1 alt modes. And another neat trick, he can combine with his battle stars in truck mode too, evoking God Jinrai's God Bomber trailer look. Next is Micromaster base mode, and it holds a lot of Micromasters. I guess anything holds a lot of Micromasters though, even your pocket. The spinning gun from the trailer's roof is now a spinning gun on a platform. Good thing Cybertronians don't vomit. And here's that piece that connects to Grandis in base mode. There's some non-battery operated play features too. A ramp to roll out your Autobot Micromasters. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, it's not the best rollout ramp. Lots of places to park Micromasters. They fit in every nook and cranny. The head being out on display in base mode is pretty weird. It looks like he's out of Cybertonium and his transform is malfunctioning.
Hey, I'm stuck! I can't transform! Ow! Thanks!
I've just never been big on Transformer heads being visible in their alt modes, so you can tuck it in like so. And another easy little mod is you can balance his big blaster on top to give him sort of a Power Master Optimus Prime base feel. And here are those two bases side by side. And Star Convoy has some components to him, much like how the original Optimus was a trinity of Prime, the Command Center, and Roller.
Rodimus, what happened to him?
Well, it looks like he gave up the Matrix and shrunk. A lot.
All right, Hot Rod is back! Let's party!
Why are you a Micromaster, though?
Hey, he's here, he's back, and who cares how?
Well, it is great to see another version of Hot Rod.
Rodimus Prime.
Hot Rod.
Rodimus Prime.
Anyways, it's nice to see the turbo-revving young punk again since the North American line dropped him like a hot potato after 1987. And here he is alongside the original 1986 Hot Rod. But he's a tad bigger than the world's smallest Hot Rod, and alongside G1 Hot Rod in robot mode. The major difference is instead of having his trademark spoiler on his back, Micromaster Hot Rod has it on his legs. Star Convoy came with two more components. There's this non-transforming black Micromaster truck, which fits in the back of Star Convoy's trailer.
Welcome aboard.
And opens up to reveal a Micromaster inside, with a crazy powerful spring inside, because it's Japanese, and Japanese children and collectors apparently have much faster reflexes than the rest of the world. He kind of reminds me of Scamper, Metroplex's little scout car.
So from now on, that's exactly who you'll be.
Nah, I think I'll give him an original name, since Scamper is Metroplex's guy. How about something similar, though? Maybe they're brothers. Scurry?
Not bad for an old-timer.
Experience, lad. You should learn to appreciate it. And finally, robot mode, which is a lot of fun to transform. No ball joints or pieces that won't tab together. Just pure old-school G1 style transformation. Here he is alongside the original Optimus, kind of making 1984's largest Autobot look like a Micromaster. And alongside the smaller version of Power Master Optimus, he doesn't measure up much better. Even Power Master Optimus combined with his trailer is a runt compared to Star Convoy. In fact, the only G1 Optimus that can see eye to eye with Star Convoy is Super God Jinrai, or Power Master Optimus with Apex armor. And with some resurrected versions of old Nemesis, Star Convoy is the bigger bot, both figuratively as well as literally. And to give Star Convoy a bit more of an 84 feel, here he is with Matrix Workshop's M13 Large Blaster. I think it goes great with him. And since a lot of the later Japanese Transformers were all about swords, how about with Laser Optimus Prime's saber? I think it suits him better than it does G2 Optimus. And how about a look at articulation? This won't take long. Arm rotates 360, elbow bend. The end? Nope, a bit of shoulder shrug thanks to the transformation. And this is a bit gruesome. Elbow can hyperextend the wrong way. But it's not about posability. He's a gorgeous looking brick. Striking clear blue windshields on his chest with a dazzling gold chrome accent. Fitting for a being who lived by the golden rule.
Roller. What happened to him?
He's back too, and also superpowered by the Zodiac, at least according to my own personal canon. He looks enough like Roller, similar color to the second version released in '85, with tank treads instead of 6 wheels, and he's the component that lets Star Convoy roll in both truck mode and robot mode. He can roll on his own too, forward or in reverse, which he never needs because...
Roller's one tough little Autobot.
Speaking of my own personal canon, here's another idea. The Turbo Masters, UK exclusive Transformers that were released the following year in 1992, have never quite looked right with Thunderclash leading them. He's just sort of... okay. I always thought this cool new generation of Autobots deserved a more imposing leader, and they were supposed to get him. Hyperdrive, who was teased in the Megavisor of the new Decepticon commander Skyquake. Looks a bit like Star Convoy, no? Good enough for me. In addition to being Star Convoy, the resurrected form of Optimus Prime, I'll be using this guy as Hyperdrive, Supreme Commander of the Autobot Turbo Masters. How's that for a missing piece? These guys finally look like a force to be reckoned with.
We have to get out of here.
You got it, boss. May your stars always shine, engine never whine, and wheels never cross the line.
Roll out!